Is the government shutdown forcing the FAA to have staffing issues? It's just planes. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, this is Graham Elwood. You're watching the Bitcoin Vigilante. We're in our Airbnb, the virtual background. I don't know. It's not working. That's one of the ways that when you call out the two-party system in the military-industrial complex, and anyone that flew on a rich guy's plane to an island, they mess with you any way they can. But you guys are still here, which is why I love you. There's how to support the show on chain. There's other ways to support the show. So this was on CNN website, and the government shutdown. Of course, whenever these shutdowns happen, it's blame this side or that side. And maybe one side is causing the shutdown. In my opinion, I think that Trump is helping to cause such a shutdown so that they can't vote to force him to release the Epstein files. That's pretty obvious. But it also just in the larger picture shows that the two-party system is just utterly corrupt and broken. And we keep having, how many government shutdowns have you had in your lifetime or my lifetime? How many have we had in your adult lifetime? Since you've been of voting age, how many government shutdowns? This is just a preposterous thing. And it just shows you how ridiculous the two-party system is. And so what comes from that is, stuff like this. Crosses the 1 week mark. Now, CNN, obviously, and MSNBC, they definitely favor the Democratic Party, just like Fox favors the Republican Party, which is part of the designed plan of the red versus blue. But this stuff is because the problem is maybe CNN is accurately calling out Trump, but they'll always hold they'll turn a blind eye to a lot of evil stuff the Democrats have done. And it's the reverse with Fox. They're starting to kind of call Trump out, but they'll defend him and the Republican Party, and they'll make it seem like everything's the Democrats' fault, which is part of the thing to keep Americans fighting with each other. And as I say, it's not red versus blue, it's the state versus you. But Americans are addicted to the red versus blue, and I don't, like any addict, eventually you just have to walk away from them because you can say, get sober, get your life up, go to rehab. But if they don't want to, they don't want to. And you got to get out of the way, because addicts, by their very nature, will create collateral damage in your life. So this is the big thing. The Federal Aviation Administration said 6 air traffic control facilities will be short-staffed tonight as travelers are starting to feel the impacts of the shutdown. Let's go into this specific story. So already earlier in the year, we had all these issues at the Newark airport. I was flying to New York City to work. And I was supposed to go into Newark, which is, it's an easier airport because there's this train that goes from Newark right to Penn Station. It's great. It's a great way to get into Manhattan. But I was like, no, I'm not going there. So I flew all the way out and had to take 2 flights to go to LaGuardia, because the FAA, all of these government and Trump firing all these people. Plus we just have an old, outdated infrastructure. So the FAA says that we staff shortages at 3 air traffic control facilities tonight, bringing the total to 6. And this was released just about 3 hours ago. So it's a little after 9. It's already happening in the East Coast. The Federal Aviation Administration is reporting that 3 additional air traffic control facilities will be short-staffed tonight, bringing the total number of offices without a normal, complement of I'm starting to read this really is saying without a normal complement of controllers. This is like Banana Republic, third world country. What's next? A banana is going to cost $10. It's going to be $100 for a gallon of milk. I mean, I guess that's coming. One of these facilities is the Air Traffic Control Center in Denver, which will not have all of its staff from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern time, according to an operations plan published by the FAA. 2 air route traffic control centers, which manage airspace for flights across a wide region, will also have staffing shortages. Albuquerque and Los Angeles. Oh, LA is not a big city, so it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. You'll be fine. The areas join the Reagan Washington National Airport Control Tower and the FAA facilities which handle flights arriving at Newark Liberty International, as I mentioned, in Orlando, who are missing some controllers tonight. Staffing shortages do not result in delays, as controllers can reroute flights or take other actions to minimize the disruption so far. The FAA said delays are expected at Washington and Newark, DC. Yeah, that's totally normal. So there's probably a bunch of delays happening right now. I mean, I guess it's at night, so there's not as many flights, and I don't know, do you feel safe? There's not as many air traffic controllers. This is a ridiculous country. It's a ridiculous place. This is a ridiculous place. And it keeps getting more and more ridiculous. And yeah, Trump is awful, but I blame the Democrats. There's no resistance. They do nothing. And liberals keep falling for it. I don't like, I live in LA, Trump illegally sent the Marines to downtown Los Angeles. It was against the Constitution. I know 2 ex-Marines who were like, this is against the Constitution. One of my uncles was a Marine who fought in World War II in Korea. It was against the Constitution. And then Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom are just equally, in effect, they're the worst. I mean, Gavin Newsom, we were supposed to have high-speed rail in California 12 years ago. 12 years ago. This tech hub. We can't build high-speed rail. We can't go from LA to San Francisco in 2.5 hours, 2 hours. And it's funny, like JD Vance was like, wow, China. And China is putting out memes, just roasting, just blasting the United States. It's like, you haven't had a high-speed rail. You talked about it, wasted billions of dollars in California. When they first proposed the idea in like the late 90s, I'm like, this is great. We need this. This would be awesome. We should have high-speed rail, San Diego to San Francisco, all the way up to Sacramento, should get to Vegas. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of it is the airline lobbies block it. And I mean, come on. We should be able to go from San Diego to Seattle, in 6 hours, which is what they have. And China just puts out these memes. Oh, we build high-speed rail in a year. You guys, you're not even done yet. When China wants to get something done, it just happens. America, because of these 2 corrupt parties that take kickbacks from all these lobby groups, they're the worst. They get nothing done. And who suffers? We do. I mean, thankfully, I'm not like on tour in the United States right now. I'm in Asia on tour. But if I was on tour in the United States, I'd be like, is my flight going to be delayed? Am I going to miss shows? Am I going to lose money? And all the business travelers in America who are on flights right now or having to take flights are going to ask themselves that. Am I going to miss this work thing? I'm flying to Denver for work. I got to go to DC. Am I going to miss this because of this stupid government shutdown? And it ties into Epstein. I'm sorry. It does. It just does. Because they were about to vote to release and they had enough votes. And so they're like, oh, let's do a shutdown. Trump, I mean, we had 4 years of Biden just being completely useless. CNN likes the Democratic operatives say, Biden did this and this and this. He made things so much better. He did not make your life better. He didn't make my life better. My expenses went up under Biden. Biden signed more drilling permits on public lands than Trump did in his first term. Biden and Harris were funding a genocide, which now Trump is funding. And apparently there's some sort of ceasefire, but okay, great. Trump said all these things. I'm going to peace in Ukraine and it'll happen in a day. And it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. The tariffs aren't working. I'm going to reveal the Epstein file. Oh, no, you're in the file. Oh, suddenly the file's empty. Like it's just a ridiculous. And then him and Pete Hogsbreath are sitting there telling the soldiers they got to be in great shape. And Trump's just this like bloated old man who just looks like, he's got Wendy's hamburgers under his armpits. And then prior to that, we had Biden who didn't know what day it was. So these are the leaders we have in this country. Buy Bitcoin, folks. The dollar's going to crash. These idiots don't know what they're doing. The Democrats are not going to save you. They're contributing to the problem. They've helped make it worse. They are not. Their AOC's running in 20. Oh, please stop. Stop. It's not. There's no. She's a Democrat. She'll be progressive just enough to keep her base in line. Like no, Gavin Newsom is not going to be president of the United States. He's going to be awful. Like, oh God. And people go, yeah, but at least okay, all right. Sure, we'll have another government shutdown because they do this every couple of years whenever they can't get the budget squared away. The military will keep getting military budget increases. That's what happens with them. That's what they keep getting every year. Watch my interview with Chris Klein, the founder of Bitcoin IRA, on why he became a Bitcoin guy and why he started to do Bitcoin retirement. Like, look into that. Watch that interview. It's great. And he's a really fascinating, very smart guy. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, follow the Money Connected Dots, get the truth. This is what's happening. Be careful if you have to fly in the US. They might not have enough air traffic controllers. No, just flying blind in and out of huge cities. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You'll be fine. Totally normal. It's totally normal. America's totally normal. Follow Money Connected Dots. Get the truth. Support us in whatever way you can. And this is not financial advice, but I'd buy Bitcoin. The price has gone up. Bitcoin has gone up since the government shutdown. And the dollar, if the dollar really tanks, you'll be happy you own some of it. Put it in cold storage so they can't come seize it, because they could freeze your exchanges. They could freeze your bank accounts. Get ready for more crazy shenanigans from these clowns, these idiots in these two parties, these greedy, stupid, useless morons in both of these dumb parties. Oh, Luigi them all. Follow Money Connected Dots, get the truth, and shave your knuckles for justice. Boom.